Welcome to Tarot Plus. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. We are going to get right into our reading for today. And I'm going to just lay out some cards. And I'm going to do like an infinity symbol. So this is going to represent where you are in the path of your life, and it's going to represent some ups and downs, some twists and turns, some beautiful gifts that we have been given, also our strength, challenges, and how to balance things out, how to deal with those challenges, how to incorporate or transmute the things that we have been having a hard time with and transmute that into something beautiful, something helpful, something that is going to be a part of helping us to move forward. So I'm just going to straighten these cards out so we can see them on the camera here. And just take a look at what our message is for today. All right. So, somebody here is totally getting ready to move out of that hanged man position. You're ready to move forward. You have been contemplating things, looking at life from a different angle, different perspectives. You have been able to stay still long enough to see something different is happening and something is changing within your process, within the way that you're doing things. It's kind of like you saw an accident and you were standing on, say, the northwest corner, and it looked like this. And then you went to the southeast corner and it changed your view completely. And it changed your whole perception of what happened. And now you're ready to move forward with that new perspective. That's where you are right now. Now, what led up to that was a variety of different things. Like, you allowed your headspace, your thoughts to go in a direction of, like, all different directions. You went down a lot of different rabbit holes. You went searching for something creative to do with your hands. You went searching for something to build. You went searching for a course to take. And you did that in such a way. Now, this is your strength. Your strength is like the Hermit card. And you went into like a labyrinth. And there was no wrong turns. You never got to a dead end. You just went around in circles, looking with an open mind for something different. And now you've come across that. And you've come across a number of different things that you want to try. First, you started out with an emotional type of viewpoint, and now you're going more into the intellectual viewpoint. And you're starting to think about making a decision about something to do with all of those things that you tried while you were in the labyrinth. So now, while you're trying to make this decision, that's like the Two of Swords, which is this card here. You haven't quite made that decision yet. So to help you with that, focus on the Knight of Cups. Focus on what is drawing your heart towards that thing that you now have a new perspective on. Focus on what your heart is telling you and get ready for action, because that's something that's coming. You don't have to take action yet because you haven't made that decision yet. You're just in the position where you're getting ready to move out of that labyrinth or out of that hermit mode because you tried so many different things. And now you're narrowing it down to, say, 2 or 3 things, but that's more of an intellectual viewpoint that you're taking. Now bring in the heart, bring in the emotions, bring in the feelings. Focus on that before you take the next step. Now the thing that is being kind of a struggle, now think of this as that infinity loop that's going up and down. This here is the center point. That is the pivot where you're pivoting up and down. So now the thing that is giving you a bit of a hard time is you took on so much that now you need to release the burdens that might be weighing you down. You're almost there. You're very, very close. This is like the 10 of clubs. Let that go. Let the excess baggage go while you were down in the rabbit hole searching for things and finding things that you really, really liked. So now you want to let go of the things that are not calling you. Let go of the things that you're really not interested in, but you were open-minded enough to try them anyway. So now let that Knight of Wands kind of call to action to spur the things that are more emotionally attractive to you. Let go of the excess baggage, and then once you let go of that excess baggage, focus on what you want to become a master of. You will be the puppet master, like the 8 of Pentacles, which is this card here. Focus on that one thing now you want to get deeper into, that craftsman type of work that you want to do within that thing that's calling your heart. And you will be able to focus more deeply on that. The thing to keep in mind with this entire reading, pardon me, with this entire reading is your middle point, your pivot point, is the Fool card. The Fool is coming up for you now to start something new. And now that you've tried all those different things, you've got all these different perspectives, there's a gift that is coming up inside of you that is so beautiful, and it's going to happen automatically the more you focus now on the Knight of Cups or the heart space. What's going to happen automatically as a gift is all those disappointments, the letdowns, the hurts that you felt, they are going to dissipate. They're going to unravel, and that's because you have integrated them into what it is that you are doing on an everyday basis. You have integrated the pain in such a way that you transformed it into a learning lesson, as opposed to now the pain and the disappointment or the heartbreak. That's this card here. That is the 3 of Swords, which normally is like 3 swords right in the heart, right? And it's a bleeding and it's pain. But it's showing up for you today in the reverse, which means you are getting over that pain and not ignoring it. You're integrating it. And the way you're integrating it is with the Knight of Clubs, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands. You are taking action to help yourself to integrate that pain. So instead of, what I mean by integrating the pain is, instead of dwelling on the pain or getting down in the dumps or feeling disappointed or having a lack of motivation, you actually took that new perspective from the Hangman here and you turned that into a learning lesson. You turned it into something like, oh, okay, if I had done it this way instead of that way, it wouldn't have hurt so much. And so now, instead of feeling like you're in the pain of the Three of Swords, you are now moving into that Knight of Wands where you're taking action and bringing the beauty of the lessons learned into your life so that you can move forward now on that new path that you are going to decide where you're heading soon. You've got you've narrowed it down to 2 or 3 things, but you're going to start taking action towards that because you are going to combine the Knight of Cups, which is this card, with the Knight of Wands, which is this card, and taking that sorrow or that disappointment and transforming it completely by taking different actions than you would have in the past. So now all the pink is going to start coming up. You're going to start seeing the color pink everywhere. You're going to relate that color pink to a healing heart, and it's going to help you to take the next step, which is the Fool. And this is the card to keep in mind for this entire reading, because that is where you're going next. As soon as you decide what it is, technically or logically, decide where it is you want to go and let your heart dictate that a little bit more than usual. Let the pink come up in your heart. Let go of the excess baggage that's no longer serving you. And then you're going to step into this new infinity loop, or this new infinity symbol, where you're going to start over here. And instead of climbing mountains to get up to this point, you're going to have an easy glide now as you start the next phase of your journey. Now, in order to help you with that, I'm going to pull a card from the Healing Spirits Oracle book, and I just might read the card, that the description that goes along with that. And this will be your thought for today to help you to prepare for that next step and to get ready for the next part of your journey, where you are going to be the Fool and stepping into something new. So the advice here is number 10. Be calm and keep going. And number 10 is exactly what we're talking about here. It is the ending of one part of your journey and the beginning of another. So the 9 is the conclusion, the 10 or the 0, and the 1 is the Fool and the Magician. So now you are going to step into this new part of your journey. Be calm. You don't have to go chasing a million different things like you did back here, because you were investigating, you were searching, you were trying all kinds of new things that you didn't know if you would even like them or not. But then you gained the different perspective. Now you know where you want to go. You did the hermit mode. Now you're bringing in you're letting go of that excess baggage. You're bringing in the master craftsman so that you can be the actual puppeteer of your own life, or co-creator of your own life with spirit, and bringing in the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands together. That is your call to action. And with spirit, be calm and keep going. So I'm just going to get the book here and see what it says for card number 10. It depends how long it is if I read the whole thing. Oh, it's very short. Okay. Be calm and keep going. Nervous energy will grow and build if you let it. If you let it. Remember, such energy comes from your inner fear, which is often connected to failure or endings of things in your life or lives of those who are connected to you. Spirit healers and helpers are asking you to be still and relax now. They are also asking you to allow this moment to pass and simply wait until you are ready to continue, which is the Hangman here. You're getting ready to continue. Amidst the chaos, please tell yourself, I am calm, I can do this. When you say it, you will see it, and then it will be so. So, beautiful advice from our spirit guides. You're on a beautiful journey. You've done a lot of work. You're ready to step into the new phase. But, as the healing spirits are saying, be calm and keep going, because there's something new coming up, coming your way. All right then. I wish you the very best with this part of your journey, and I look forward to getting together again soon for our next reading. So have a wonderful day, be calm, and keep going.